Hello everyone, this is Mingjong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-minis futures. That's for the session of 7th of July. In this video, I am going to show you the market recap on the last session, plus a trade review that I initiated in the M3 timeframe, which I will cover the entry, exits, and the rationale behind. And that trade actually happened during the US session. That's based on a reversal setup near the key support level. And going forward, I will cover the bias, the key levels to pay attention to, and also potential setup for the session later. So let's just get started. As we can see in this daily chart for the S&P 500, yesterday was another bullish day. Majority of the movement happened during the Asian throughout the London session, and during the US session was a tight range. It will be a lot clearer if I switch to the H1 view. But before I do that, just would like to point out that although yesterday was a bullish session, we can see that the volume is lesser or lower than the past 4 days here. So suggested fading of the demand. And if we look at the lower time frame, we can see that there is actually some shortening of the truss, which I will point out here. So you can see that majority of the movement started here. So this is the gap here. So actually it starts from here throughout the Asian and also the London session. And subsequently we have some kind of the consolidation. And during the US opening session, which is here about 9:30 my time, we see that it's pretty much stuck within this little range here from 3.1 about 5.6 to around 3.170. So it's pretty tight range during the US session. And if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see that, okay, let me show you this. So we have this up wave here and then another up wave, but you can see that the up wave seems a bit shortened from here if you compare it to the previous up wave here. And in terms of the truss, the upward truss, we see that it only make this kind of the progress comparing to the prior progress is somewhat bigger. So this is kind of like the shortening of the truss that I mentioned about, and that's also incorporate with the lower volume, especially during the breakout of the swing high level. So anyway, this is just how it is for the S&P 500. So far, we see that we have a reaction down, and this is the reaction here, and it's probably testing of the support level at definitely this 3156, and the secondary support level is at around 3140. So these two levels are definitely worth to watch. So despite the shortening of the truss and also the lower demand here, I don't really will just rule out the possibility for the trend to continue to go up to test the target at 3230, because everything still boils down to how serious is the supply level. So as long as the supply level is not that threatening, then we'll probably just see some kind of the reaction to have a test at a lower level. So the immediate support level I'm looking at is somewhere around 3140. This is based on this supply bar here, and also that's in line with the immediate support level here. And definitely 3156, this is another level to watch. Currently we are just within this zone here, so it could just bounce up from here, or maybe it could just break down and find the support at the lower level, maybe 3115. But anyway, I will elaborate more in the session later. So before I do that, let me just get down to the M3 time frame for a trade review that I initiated during the US session. Okay, so you can see that I have already marked up my trade here. If I zoom out a little bit here, you can see that during this US session is actually quite a tight range. So you can see that session starts here and then end at around 4 o'clock my time here, 9:30 here. So pretty much is still within this trading range, about 3156 to maybe this swing high level at around 3170. So it's quite a tight range, but nevertheless, I wasn't able to foresee whether it will be a tight range or it will be a straight breakout and go up like that. So anyway, I just take my chance and initiate a trade with a minimum risk. So you can see that my entry was somewhere around here. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so we started here, that's 9:30, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And subsequently, we have some kind of the spike up and also followed by a reaction down. And if you recorded in my video yesterday, I do talk about potential long scenario when we have a test of this resistance turn support level at somewhere around 3156. That's based on the previous swing level, swing high level. So if I zoom out a little bit here, you can see that it's pretty much a markup in this pink color here. So that is the swing high level. Another thing that's worth to pay attention to during this trade was actually kind of a spring-like action, because you can see that prior to the entry here, we have one reaction here, another here, and then this is the third reaction. So this is actually happened during the US session already. But what I'm actually looking at is definitely this 3156 level. So this reaction here is just somewhere around 3160, although it's close. But what I would like to see is actually this kind of the swing or dip below the prior swing low here. So we have a swing low formed during the non-regular trading hours. I think that's London session, 5 o'clock my time. So this is quite a nice setup. It's like a spring type action and followed by a reversal. So if I zoom in a little bit here, you can see that this reaction actually dip below this prior swing low and form a hammer bar here. So this is a hammer, and you can see we have a volume spike here. So the volume increase and then eventually followed by a bullish bar here. So this is a reversal bar, and this is where I initiated my long position. But you can see that subsequently we didn't really have a lot of the upside follow through. In fact, it just tested the previous swing high before it turned down. So pretty much this is the swing high formed during the non-RTH, and it just tested here, showing some kind of the rejection tail with a lot of the bar, waited for quite some time, and eventually we see this reversal bar happen. So I just trail my stop, and this reversal bar actually take me out, and just lock in with the reward to risk ratio. I think it's about 0.5 here. Not great, but still a small profit. Anyway, this is a tight range, definitely not that great for day trading. Okay, so I think this is it for the trade review. You can check out the subsequent session. It's still pretty much stuck here. If you stay long enough, then you probably can have some kind of the trade here, and then to trade it up at the close of the session. That's possible. All right. Okay, let me just go down to or dive into this H1 time frame and to analyze what's happening right now. Okay, so as I mentioned, we see that there's a shortening of the truss, up wave also shorten, truss also shorten, but by just judging at the corrector and also the supply level, this could be just a test of the support level at maybe around 3140 to 3156. So it's just pretty much in between. We are currently just right at the support areas. And whether or not it will just continue to have momentum down, we'll just need to wait for a longer time, and possible the US session will show the true colors. And so far, I think I'm still stick to my day trading bias is kind of like neutral, because it can just be a bearish view to trade it to the downside, like 3115 or 3120, or it could be just a some kind of the test of the support area and then have a reversal up and then to continue to trend up here. So either short or long sides can be initiated depending how it unfolds. And I think for the long-term bias is definitely still up. No change at the moment. You can see big trading range, and we have a prior uptrend followed by this trading range. So it's on its way to test the previous swing high, which I actually anticipated it will happen 3220 or 3230. So that's based on a previous swing high there. And so subsequently, I think pretty much I think this could be just a phase B, Wyckoff structure phases. And we should wait until more bars to progress and let the volatility to settle down, or until it can just break out of this trading range from 2920 to 3230. Okay, so for the key support levels or the resistance levels, definitely so far, I think I will be looking at the resistance level at 3180. So that is the axis line. I think it's the same as yesterday's resistance, 3180. You can see that in the morning, it actually just rally up and tested the 3180 and followed by a reaction down. So this is definitely a level to watch. And subsequently, if you can just break 3180, definitely the previous swing high level at 3230. And for immediate support level, all right, then there's another level here, which is 3156, kind of affected like the axis line at the moment, because it's currently is kind of like breakdown, but I didn't really see swift follow through to the downside. So we need to just to judge the corrector and see whether you can just reverse from here and manage to climb above 3156, and you could have some kind of the follow through to the upside. So 3156 is definitely acted as a resistance or support level depending where the bars are. And further down, definitely 3140. I think this is another level to provide some kind of the support to the S&P 500. And if they break, then definitely I'm looking at the 3110 or 15, somewhere around there. So these are a few support level to watch. And for the immediate potential setup for the later session, I think I will be looking at potential short entry based on the current candle position. If 3156 is a strong resistance level, once it's just broke below, I think it could show some kind of the inability to rally up. Then some kind of a rejection and reversal signal could be quite a short trade to the downside. But just bear in mind that we have another level, 3140, just right below. Unless we will just wait till it break 3140 and then followed by a reversal, then to the downside at 3110 or 15. So these are quite a possible trade. Otherwise, if it just a reverse from here on, manage to climb above 3156, then that possibly could become a potential long entry. So I think this is pretty much it for the potential setup. And I talked about the bias, talk about the key levels, and also the potential setup. I think this is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you enjoy this video and get something out. If you like it, just click like and also hover to my name or picture to follow me. Do remember to subscribe to my channel so that you get instant notification for my future videos ideas. As usual, if you have any kind of the comments, suggestion, or trade ideas you would like to share with me or like me to have a look, feel free to comment it below. I will definitely reply to you. All right, thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.